As we all know, or can tell, I am a firm believer in the paranormal. I've seen spirit activity and other strange occurrences for the greater part of my life. One of the main reasons for this is probably because I grew up in what some would consider to be a haunted house. I, however, consider it to be a more cursed house. Let's talk about what a haunted house actually is. There are different types of hauntings, but a haunted house by definition is a home that is inhabited by the deceased spirits who were somehow connected with the property. I'm not sure that this is entirely the case with my childhood home. A little bit of history. My mother told me that she first noticed what she considered to be spirit activity in the house after I was born. Turns out, this has been a common occurrence in the past for some families with new babies. As a child, I believed in the idea of spiritual bodies and something beyond this life as soon as I was old enough to understand the concept. And since then, I've been told that I had many imaginary friends as a young kid. The scarier type of activity didn't really become noticeable until I was about 16 years old. Throughout the years since then, small incidents have happened in the house here and there, sometimes being minutes or months apart. The inconsistency of events over time, as well as the fact that I never knew anyone to die on the property, are some of the main reasons I believe the house is cursed rather than haunted. Perhaps something is attracting spirits to the place, or maybe it's just a unique type of haunting. I can't say for sure. I took up a huge interest in studying the supernatural side of things at about 15, and when things picked up in the house again, I would often try to record what happened. On a few occasions, I was lucky enough to capture what many considered to be a poltergeist. 2017 was by far one of the most interesting years spent in this particular house. And today, I'm going to be showing you some of the footage of potential spirit activity from that year. First off, a video I posted in February, discussing everything I'd been experiencing at the time. It's been trimmed for the sake of saving time and to highlight only the important details. Today, I want to discuss ghosts, because I feel that there are spirits in and around my house. Lately, most of what's going on is I feel cool breezes, and I'm like always seeing shadows out of the corner of my eyes or around doorways. It depends. Probably one of the weirdest things that happened here happened either late 2015 or early last year. And all of a sudden, I see out of the corner of my eye something fly off of the secretary in the hallway, hit the wall, and go down the stairs. I asked Mom, "What was that?" And she's like, "Did you throw that?" And I said, "No." And so we picked it up, put it back, kind of blew it off. And the next time it happened, that same object flew off the shelf again, right in front of my face, hit the wall, and fell down the stairs. It looked like it'd been thrown, and we'd both seen it, and I turned around and looked at Mom, and we both bailed out of there. We picked it up again, put it somewhere else, and throughout the day, things kind of moved around the house, and Mom swore that I was the one doing it, and we got into a big fight over it, but I swear to God, I didn't do it. Last year is when we started really hearing voices. I would hear like whispers, I would think that I would hear them. Mom said that when she was in her room, a lot of times she'd hear something saying, "I love you." On one occasion, my bedroom door here closed on its own. At the end of last summer, it really started getting intense because, as some of you know, my grandmother passed away at the end of August. And then we have this clock that belonged to her. It's a little gold thing. For a while, for a few days after her death, it would stop at about 1 o'clock, maybe 1:20 in the afternoon. And it kept doing that for days on end. And it turns out that that was the time of day that she died. What was really strange is it still happens sometimes. When I'd be sitting on my bed, I would feel movement, like somebody was sitting on it. And then sometimes when I was trying to sleep, it'd feel like something was getting into the bed with me. I recently discovered these weird marks on the front door. I hadn't seen them there before. It looks like something scratched the door. Let me show you right now. These big marks, it's like the paint has been scratched, and I don't think these did it scraping across it, but that's a hell of a mark. Now, some of these incidents that I discussed, such as temperature changes and seeing shadows move about, were things that I was quite used to and had experienced at and away from home for years. They could also easily be brushed off with a logical explanation, and would have been, had I not experienced other things as well. As for my grandmother, although I felt as if she was once again present many times, I can't say for a fact that her spirit haunts anything in particular. The feeling of a presence on my bed continued to happen until the first time I moved out. For some reason, it only ever happens in my old room. On a few occasions, I would also hear strange noises coming from the basement. This was one of those times. Listen closely in the very beginning. I would like to know what that noise is. Can you hear it? Damn it, it stopped. Something keeps making this weird noise. Sounds like a toy that somebody keeps playing with. And it's down in the basement. I have no idea why. Next time I hear it, I'm gonna try to find it. I heard the same sound a few times during the night after this. For the record, I'm currently staying at my childhood home now. Just briefly. In all the times I've been here over the years, I've never found any kind of noise-making toys downstairs that work or still have batteries in them. This next incident took place in November. Okay, so something weird's going on. I thought, I usually wait for Mom to come home from work this time I have all these lights on. I thought I heard her voice calling me from outside. So I stepped over, and that lamp started flickering. And so I walked away. Every time I step back in there, the lamp flickers. Let's see. Yep, look. What the heck? And the dog started barking like crazy earlier. Watch. Let's do it again. It's like middle of November, by the way. I've been behind on everything. Let's see. Every time I walk in here. You know, one night, for example, Mom and I were sitting here, just sitting here, literally like this, and out of nowhere, these, for some reason, do that. Not quite as hard, but fact is they did it. And my phone just decided to stop recording on its own, and the whole freaking camera app crashed, so this is not going well. I'm gonna turn the light back on. But yeah, just more of the weird occurrences in my house. After posting this video, some viewers questioned whether or not my motion was causing the bulb to flicker, or if the cord was coming unplugged. I now regret not getting a shot of the outlet and the cord on camera. But the lamp was in no way a motion-activated device, and even if there was a possibility of me being the cause, for some reason it didn't happen to Mom when she came home later. I don't know how to explain some of this stuff. For the next few years after this, I spent a lot of time away from the place. As I said before, I'm staying here again for a short while, for reasons that are too long and boring to mention. The place has actually been sold, and within the next 2 weeks, I'll be on the road again. It's been the last few weeks that have me convinced that the house may very well be cursed. The dryer, dishwasher, both air conditioners as well as a couple doors have all stopped working. And in certain parts of the house, I see shadows way more frequently than before. Ironically enough, I'm also a mother now and have a young baby. Could the events be connected? I don't know, but for many reasons, I won't be at all sad to see the place go.